Hello. This is a little bit of a weird one. We're just gonna play this for a little while. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why don't we do that? I did a test just to make sure everything was okay. It's a good song, one of the best ones. So yeah, this is Gundam Seed Destiny, Rengou versus ZAFT 2 Plus. A game that, when I was a kid, this was like the game I wanted most. But obviously I couldn't buy a Japanese PlayStation 2 when I was a kid, so I just had to wait. And now, in my adulthood, I've been able to finally play it. And I'm not great at it. And, you know, it's still a big game for me because Gundam Seed and Gundam Seed Destiny are still just such big series in my life. And I really, really hope that they make a Freedom version of this game. But it would probably use the sort of like outline of the Extreme Versus games, which aren't my favorite. I played a lot of Full Boost on PS3 and Maxi Boost on PS4. But But hey, I'll take anything, you know. Always gotta support Gundam games. Especially ones that come out in the West. Ooh. Miguel got him. Was Miguel actually in his proper gin? That was kind of impressive. So we're gonna hop around to a couple different characters, but I'm gonna leave the ally and CPU on, or the ally and the enemies on CPU, just to get random selections. Who next? Who next? Who will I play next? Go with a classic choice for me. Clotho and the Raider Gundam. One of my favorites from Seed. I should have changed the song too, but it's not a big deal. Nickel and Juri. Nickel's in a Glaze? Glaze R. Interesting. Do like the Glaze R. I think an underrated mech from Seed Destiny. Ooh, you dodged. I'm trying to see who my partner is, or what they're piloting. Sounds like it's Atherum. Oh, and a Bobby. Is it back in triangle? That's the... How do I spin? I don't know how to spin. There we go. It is tap forward and triangle. It's pretty finicky. But it's good to... It's like the closest thing this thing has to a shield. But you can also use it as a weapon. I don't know why I was trying to be cute with it. So yeah, Gundam Seed was sort of my introduction to Gundam back in the day, early 2000s. So that was a pretty big deal for me growing up. Because, you know, when I was a real small kid, I loved Transformers and that sort of thing. But as I got older, and then I watched Gundam Seed sort of hit me weird. You know, I was low-key kind of obsessed with it for quite a while. And it slacked off a little bit after I watched Destiny. And then, you know, I was kind of interested in 00, and then I started going back and looking at the UC stuff. And it took a long time, but nowadays I've seen I think I've seen every Gundam series. Every mainline Gundam series, anyway. Every mainline animated. I've read a couple of the mangas as well. So, like, I've read Crossbone and Steel 7 and stuff. So I'm pretty big on my Gundam. But even through all of that, I think Seed is still my number one. And I didn't... Atherin piloting the Blitz is pretty funny. Mu actually got his strike. I didn't used to be like super huge on Destiny. Like when I was a kid I liked it, but then watching it again when I got older was like it didn't hit the same. And I started noticing a lot of things I didn't like about it. But then, when I got older, and I mean like pretty much last year and this year, I've sort of flipped around on it. I think Destiny's pretty good. I think it's underrated, in my opinion. And I think when people do watch it and critique it, I think they focus on the wrong things usually, which is a weird thing to say. And probably a pretty hot take. But I think it's a strong entry. And of course Seed, I mean, Seed and Destiny both have issues, but I mean, what Gundam series doesn't, you know? Thank you, Shani. But yeah, that's it. We're just sort of... I don't really have a plan for this video. I just like talking about Gundam. Gundam and Fire Emblem are like my two big loves in this world. So, having an opportunity to just yap. Cathartic, I guess, to a degree. So we're going to play Stella now, in the Gaia Gundam. I do hope that if they do make a Freedom version, like lining this up with Gundam Seed Freedom, which I've seen, by the way, fantastic movie. I do hope they just don't go Freedom only, because this game, at least design-wise for characters, is Destiny only. Like I'll show next round that even if you put Seed characters in their Seed mobile suits, it won't like make them. It won't give them their Seed looks. So if you care about that little thing, which is not a big deal, most people won't even really mind. A character's a character. But you know, there's a little bit of attention to detail that I think is missing, that this could really use. Oh. Let's try something funky. Oh, getting the shit beat out of me. Oh. I was trying to charge up and melee at the same time. Ow. Yeah, I kind of gave that one to my ally. Strike Noir is such a cool mobile suit too. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Stargazer, I think the Strike Noir is cool, and the Blue Duel, and the Verde Buster. I think they're all pretty solid. Don't care much for the Stargazer Gundam itself. I think it's kind of hard mid, you know? Off the top of my head, I don't even remember if it was a Gundam or just a mobile suit. The Stargazer. So yeah, I'll show you. Like if I play as Izak, and say I put him in the dual Assault Shroud, it's not going to suddenly give me it's not going to suddenly give me Seed Izak, you know. See, he's still wearing his Destiny stuff. Miguel in a Reconnaissance Jin, and Clotho in a Goof Ignited. An interesting selection of allies, to say the least. Oh. Oh my god. Clotho, relax. What does this move do anyway? Oh, it's a pretty neat attack. I'm guessing charging this is the railgun. Yes, sir. Ooh. Dude, I'm shocked I didn't die there. Okay, we're both going crazy. Yeah. Well. Ooh. First loss. Rip Neo. Bro, shut up. Mouthing off to me like that. Don't you know who I am? I'm Izak Jewel, buddy. We'll do an Athrun run. Why not? Athrun's my dude. Probably my favorite Seed character. Though Shin's been growing on me a lot these days. My rewatch of Destiny really solidified Shin as like easy second place. Easy second place. But Athrun's just... he's peak. My dog was kicking my chair for a second. Oh. Kigali in the Strike Noir. Kigali, stop. And then Neo in the Chaos. Oh my god, we're ending this pretty quick. Is that Luna Mario? Yeah, Luna Mario is my partner. I might play as Luna Mario next. Ow. Oh, can we grab? Ow. Okay, it's not letting me. Never mind. Ow. Really embarrassing if I lose this. It was really embarrassing. Luna Maria, come on! Ah, she wasn't in a red Zaku. Can't blame her. Yeah, we messed up. That was bad. Couldn't even clutch it in the end. How embarrassing. Speaking of Luna Maria, let's do a Luna Maria run. Rao and Clotho. Rao is actually in his Commander Guays. Nice. Shout out to Rao Crusade, by the way. Easily one of my favorite Gundam villains. He's peak. And his voice acting in the English dub, like the Ocean Group dub, Mark Oliver, holy crap, man. I think Clotho's in the Providence. I mean, close enough, close enough. Oh, Nickel. You're not dead? Got you with the boomerangs. Rest in peace. My dog is snoring by my feet now. If you hear her snore, that's, you know, that's all I can do. I'm not kicking my dog out. I thought I had better filters set up for my mic so that it wouldn't pick up stuff like that, but I guess not. Or maybe I need to reset them every time I start recording. I don't know how OBS works, man. I only work here. We'll do a couple more matches. Try and get 20-25 minutes out of this. Just have a video to throw out sometime. This might end up being my Friday video, because I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to record more Extermination this week. Let's do Strike Noir with Moo. That's what I usually do in games. Ooh. Athrun in the Slash Docker Phantom. And Herbert. Herbert in the Strike Freedom. And then Organ, which is a, oh, it's a Bazooka Jin. Strike Freedom is something to be very wary of. But thankfully, if I take it down, that is a big hit to the enemy. This should be it. Very nice. Smooth. Very cool, Athrun. Thank you a lot. I do like how Athrun has both his terminal outfit and his ZAFT outfit here. I think that's pretty neat. We'll do a Heine run. Heine, my goat. He's goated. He's goated with the sauce. Sai and Stella. And I have Sven on my side. Sven in the Strike Rouge look like, and Sai in the Blast Impulse. Stella in the regular Strike. The L Strike. Ow. The Goof Ignited doesn't really have a whole lot of big hitting attacks. You have to really get in there if you want to do any damage. This song's great too. Uh-oh. Gotcha. Oof. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. Just got hit with too much. You tried your best, Sven. Let's do an Owl run. If I ever play this again, I might do the do an arcade mode. But arcade mode's pretty long for this, and it gets pretty tough, and I'm not that great, so I don't think it would be that interesting to watch. But certainly it would be more interesting than this, right? Because I mean, what is this? I like Owl. Maybe someday I'll play one of the Dynasty Warriors Gundam games on the channel as well. Maybe I'll try and do a whole series. Try to start with the first one and go through. Because I love those games. Or maybe I just might do videos on Reborn. Play a couple random matches. Matches, I say. I mean, it's full stages, but you know what I mean. Ow. Oh, Atherin actually got in the Aegis too. Ooh, you survived. Not for long, though. Okay, well. Kira got the kill. That's all that really matters. Sure, whatever you said, buddy. Let's do Go's Diarca. Just like I did with Izak, I'll use the Buster. From the final battle of Gundam Seed, this song comes from. Man, the last like 5 or 6 episodes of Seed are some of the best Gundam I've ever seen. To this day. The music, the voice acting, the set pieces. So good. Getting hit by the full shotgun, that sucks. That charge is so much faster. Ooh. Close range shot. Very nice. I'm surprised how much I like the Buster's moveset in Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn. It's very kicky. There's like a whole bunch of spinning kicks, which is weird, but I thought it was fun. I played a lot of Diarca there. Diarca is one of my big seed favorites as well. Obviously, he kind of loses some of that in Destiny because Destiny is not kind to Izak and Diarca for screen time, but it is what it is. So I'll do two more. Gotta do one as Kira. Gotta do one as my guy Kira. And then we'll do one as Shin in the Destiny, and then we'll call this episode. I have some other things to record tonight, so this one ain't too long, but I'll throw this one out whenever I have an open slot. Like I said, in the Dark Souls part, I think should be out by now. I'm trying to stick to a bit of a schedule, so. Are we both in Strike Freedoms, or is he in the regular Freedom? It looked like the regular Freedom. It is. Ah, nothing, huh? I didn't even notice that attack was not ready. Ow. Okay. Who's my ally? Is it Rao or Ray? Sounds like Toshiko. I think that's Rao. That is very funny for Rao to be piloting the Freedom, because that's how Rao fights you in SD Gundam G Generation Advance, because that was before Gundam Seed had ended, so they didn't have a lot of the mobile suits like designed into use. So Kira ends up using the Strike throughout the entirety of that game. Rao is like one of the final bosses and is using the Freedom. And Athrun uses the Aegis through the whole game. And I think those are the only characters from Seed that are in, besides Mu and the Archangel. But I didn't finish the game myself. I just know because I looked ahead in the walkthrough and stuff. But very interesting situation. Some of those older Gundam games, especially ones that release in the middle of like a series being released, very funny. Very funny. Like the PlayStation Portable version of this game even has a couple Gundam Seed Destiny characters in it, but it only goes as far as Athrun and the Savior Gundam. So it's kind of a funny little sneak peek, I guess, because it released before the even middle part of Destiny. Just like that, there's also a PS2 Gundam Seed game. It plays, I guess, almost a bit like Mega Man. It's sort of a side-scroller platformer shooter thing. I love how the Destiny plays in this. It's so quick. Yeah, in that game, since it also ends before the end of Gundam Seed, the final battle is like the first fight in Seed where the Freedom appears, like at Alaska. So the getting the Freedom is your final stage, but you can like unlock some of the later mobile suits, like I think the Justice and the Providence, in like time attack mode or something. or survival mode or something like that. It's a very interesting situation. I think, technically speaking, Izak is the final boss of that game, which is really weird. Ooh, double KO. What a screen to end on. You're welcome, Kigali. So yeah, I think that'll be it for this one. It was fun. Just played around with this. It's been a little while since I've messed around with it too much. A couple months. But yeah, I like this game. I like it a lot. And I hope someday they release a Freedom version of it, so that we can play as some of the newer characters, some of the newer mobile suits, with a brand new coat of paint. And hopefully they don't skimp on the Seed and Destiny stuff, if they do it. I know I saw recently that Namco Bandai had filed a trademark for Battle Destiny, which was the name of the PlayStation Vita Gundam Seed game. So part of me is kind of thinking we're going to get a Battle Destiny 2 or something like that, with like maybe a port of that with Freedom content added in, which, don't get me wrong, that game is fantastic on Vita, because it has a whole storyline where you get to create your own character and sort of choose your side and choose when to defect and stuff like that, so you can join the Archangel and the Three Ships Alliance like mid-seed. It's really cool, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're planning to do, but I'm here for it. I know they always said they were going to do a video game release alongside Gundam Seed Freedom with the Freedom Project back when the Freedom movie was announced for the first time. So we'll see how it all works out. I'm excited. I might play some more Gundam games sometime. There's tons of them. Literal endless amounts of content if I decide to go into more Gundam games. But that's for another day. Thank you for hanging out. Peace.